Hi, my name is Gwendolyn Long. I'm 46 years old and I'm living with breast cancer. Uh, Tonight I come to you because I want to make a video about not just myself but other people who are living with breast cancer, and I have a very deep concern. It does trouble me. Give you a little bit of background history. I used to smoke cigars, right? Just regular cigars, and I gave up smoking for 3 years now, so yay me. I was a drinker, heavy, yes, but I knew my limits, and sometimes I would stop, and sometimes I'd let it get a little out of control before I stopped. But I decided back in September that I didn't want that life anymore. So what I did was I made a whole commitment for the month of October with the help of my friends Latasha Davis and Luis Velasquez, who they stopped drinking for that month to support me. Mind you, I had worlds of support. So you can put that out there. Um, I did it. The month of October was really hard for me. Along with my support group, thank God I made it. I'd like to give a mad shout out to a man I've never met before, but his videos to me are just awesome. Trent Shelton, you are the man. Love you. It was like a lot of inspiration from me right there. Even though at times, most times he didn't speak on drinking, it's just the fact that he's so inspirational, so motivational, and very blessed with his words, and it just moved me to want to be a better me. So I decided I was going to make a whole list of changes, and that man really saw me through some of my rough moments. Okay, back to the story at hand. Um, I wasn't a saint. I'm not a saint. I never proclaimed to have been a saint. I cheated with the drinking. I had one day where I had 3 drinks back in November. Back in December, I had 2, and had one just this month. Do I regret doing all of that stuff? Yes. Yes, I do. Done. Like, no matter how hard it gets, it's not about what drinks you can take. It's about what steps you make to improve your situation. Period. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to make the public aware of something that I recently painstakingly so became aware of. I went to Temple, had a lumpectomy. The surgeon, and her assistant, they told me, they got it all out. I had something called DCIS. It's a medical condition I cannot pronounce, but I will explain to you what it is. It's cancer cells that have grown in me with the potential of causing cancer down the line. My greatest hope is it doesn't cause cancer for me. My father died when I was 17 of cancer. He had pancreatic cancer. So, Temple, they told me that everything was fine. They got the lump out. About 2 weeks later, I spoke to a different doctor at Temple. She told me that some cells were left behind, possibly, which means I'm back to, guess what? Yes, breast cancer. Stage 0. I'm one of the lucky ones, the happy few. There are so many people, thousands, millions, I don't know how many people there are that are living with this dreadful disease. People who are suffering with it, people who have lost family members, loved ones, friends because of it. I don't want to be 46 with my youngest children, 10, 11, and 13, looking down on my grave, and I can't comfort them anymore. They can't talk to me. They will be full of questions as to why mommy, and I don't want to see that for my children. So I proclaim my good health, and I still believe in my heart. When doctors told me they got it all out, they got it all out. Now down the line, I've had my old stories from Ron and Michelle. They were my rock. Ladies, I love you dearly. Thank you very much for always holding me up when I couldn't stand for myself. I also like to thank, your husbands, William Nieves and Elliot. You guys, you rock. Thank you for being there, for checking on me, whatever the case might be. Now, as the story goes, my godson, William Zimmerman, and his sister, they put me on Cancer Centers of America. So I was going to go and get my second opinion because they wanted to, at Temple, give me experimental drugs, and they wanted to do some kind of experiment on the tissues that they had removed from my right breast. And I'm not trying to get any figured out for nobody. Point blank, period. So I called. I loved everything I heard about them. They are definitely, to me, probably the best facility for cancer in the whole world. Here is my problem with them. There are 5 centers that I know about. There's one in Philadelphia, Arizona, Seattle, uh, Chicago, and Georgia. Now, 3 out of the 5, they accept my insurance company, and guess what? Heartbreak after heartbreak, they don't accept it here in Philadelphia, which means they were telling me I had to get on an airplane. I am scared to death of the thought, so I'm not getting on anybody's airplane unless I have to. I hope I don't have to. Okay. But at the time, they were telling me, it would be 3 to 5 days. And in my heart, I'm thinking, I don't want to be away from my younger children that long because they still very much so depend on me. They are 10, 11, and 13. A 13-year-old, he's autistic. And I didn't want to be, at that time, I didn't want to be away from them. And the more I thought about it, kept thinking to myself, I'd rather be away from my kids for up to 5 days than have them suffer a lifetime without their mom. I know what it's like. I lost my dad when I was 17. Uh, I have 6 children total. One has passed away. Mary Louise Owenall, I love you. As the story goes, my issue is, why is it that only 3 centers accept personal choice? All 5 of you are said to be created equally. But where is your equality? How come instead of all 5 of you accepting insurances, not just from me, but from other people who probably have been denied, why don't you accept them equally everywhere? You do the exact same thing. You just spread it out throughout the states. It's not that hard. The purpose of anybody treating you for anything in life is to make you better, or to try to make your life more comfortable, or to even extend your life. If you beat it, great, because that's the path that I'm on. I'm going to beat it. I have a personal vendetta. Cancer, you took my father. You can't have me too. Simple as that. Child of God, he's got my back. So I'm sorry, a little emotional. So my thing is, on Facebook, I wrote out a whole stat message about this, and I have it here on my phone. Eventually, I'll find it and I'll read it to you. I'm gonna try and do this quickly. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, I found it. Thank you for being patient. See, Facebook. Please read, like, and share. Facebook family and friends. It's time to spread awareness. Cancer is increasing every day. Too many people are being diagnosed, and far too many are losing this fight. I don't for the life of me understand how one world's leading facility don't accept good insurance such as personal choice. However, in Seattle, they do. It's the same facility, as it is the same facility and for other places. The same place that has the power to save lives and will turn you away, but why no one life is more important than the next? Maybe it's just me, but I value life. There are those who struggle needlessly and painfully, while so many others are left to grieve, made to suffer the fate of watching their loved ones die, and still others who are left standing at the grave site. I don't want anyone standing above me just yet. Still have many miles to travel, and I plan on getting there. Please join me in this fight for equality. Thank you, and God bless. Let's make a difference. Because yes, together we can. I'm sorry for looking down, but I wanted to read what I put on Facebook. So a friend of mine on Facebook, his name is Mr. Oshun Gold, he's like my brother. I love my brother from another mother. He's in New York, a wonderful city. Um, Thank you, Mr. Gold, for this opportunity. And I would not have done this if it wasn't for him. I had no idea. He gave me this brilliant idea. So here I am. Hi. Uh, I'm here because I want to extend this to not just my Facebook family, as I asked them to put it on their list and have their friends that I've never met share it so that it can be spread throughout the internet. I'm here because I want to make it go viral. Okay, my name is Gwendolyn Angel Long. If you can't reach me on Facebook, please feel free to leave a comment, give me some advice. I need to know some steps that I can take it even further so that, there are thousands of people who are losing this battle and many more who have lost it. There are those who live with it painfully and just those of us who are living it stressfully. Isn't the idea to save the masses and not just the few? Realistically speaking, you cannot save everybody. You can't. I had to learn that the hard way. But give us a fighting chance. I mean, everybody deserves it. You know, why? Is all I want to know. You turn somebody away, and then what, a month or two, they've died? Do you really think that they sit around and say, man, we could have saved this person? But it's okay because, hey, we saved two more. What about those of us who have a fighting chance? I actually am blessed because I'm in stage 0, which is the lowest form stage possible. And because I do have the DCIS I spoke of earlier, there's a possibility that down the line that it can come back. And if it does, I'll deal with it. I'm praying that it doesn't. I'm banking on that it won't. But that's just me. And if I am blessed and I can be saved, great. What about the person who comes after me? They may have a fighting chance too. They just might. But they might lose because you turned your back on that person. I can't afford to fly off to Seattle or Arizona or any place like that. I can't. See, when I first heard about it, my daughters, Marilyn and Michelle, were so ready to join me in like selling dinners, and my 10-year-old Mercedes, she was so ready to make jewelry to sell it in her school, around the community of her school, places that, I would go with her, of course. She would just want to get out there and she wanted to do her thing. She came to me with her idea for this whole thing, and she wanted to include her brothers. She said, Mom, you should have Robert Jr. and Joseph. She calls him Joseph Jr. She said, you should have my boys, take flyers and just start handing them out randomly near the school, in our neighborhoods, around different communities and things like that. People really came together. I have a friend named Ashley, who I love dearly, and my daughter Marilyn. They're both wonderful artists. They were going to like I asked them both, and they both agreed, one not knowing about the other, that they were gonna, make flyers and just have them hand them out, which really works for me because Maroon could hand them out in her community, and actually we had them over here. So that one of my boys go one way, one will go with the other child, and they just spread everything, spread the word is what I'm getting at. I, in my heart, believe everybody deserves a chance at life. I mean, I'm not trying to go there. People like, well, this criminal doesn't do this. I'm not concerned with that whatsoever. I'm concerned with life. If you know somebody who is living with cancer, you know somebody who lost the fight, I hope that you can open up your hearts for a few minutes and give me some feedback. I don't care if you start a petition in your neighborhood, but put the word out there because I believe in equality. I believe in equality. And this to me is just totally going in the wrong direction, the opposite direction. Because how in God's name three out of the finest facilities in the entire world will accept some insurances, but the other two just won't. I won't say they accept all. Just then that's just they probably don't. Obviously they don't. But give us give us more of a fighting chance, and maybe even the government do something about this kind of thing. Don't just send people to desolate places that can't do crap. Give us a fighting chance. Just that's all I'm asking. Find it in your heart to make this possible. I don't want my children standing above my grave just yet. I don't want them wondering, why my mommy's not coming home, or, anything like that. And I don't want to think about it. My dad was 48 when he died. I'm 46. So imagine waking up every morning thinking, with that DCIS, if my cancer come back, do I have 2 years? Do I have less? And if I have more, what? Just one more extra year? It's not right. I'd like to, at this time, again, thank everybody that I've named. My children, Merlin, Michelle, Mercedes, Joseph, and Robert. My godchildren, William Zimmerman, Sister Sherry. My friend from Facebook, Mr. Oshun Gold. One more mad shout out to you, buddy. You got one of the hottest pages on there. I love the topics. I love how you have supported me. I've never met this man before in my life. We talk every now and again. My godfathers, Fernando and Elias, his sister, Sanquetta. I'm sorry if I don't name everybody, but you guys know who you are. You know that you're in my heart, and you know that I love you. I'm praying for all of you. I'm praying for those of us who are living with this disease and those of us who lost it. I'm Gwendolyn Angel Long. Look me up on Facebook. Hit me up on YouTube. But let's make a difference. If I can reach one person, just imagine for 1 second what would happen if we worked as a people. We could reach a nation, and we could change a chapter in the book of cancer. Let's keep winning this battle. It's go time.